Okay, it's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. I'm joined by Chris, Real Ale in 140. Check him out on all the social networks. And today we've got a bottle of Sadlers Mellow Yellow, coming in at 4.1% ABV.
So Sadlers Ales, brewed in the Black Country. I can't do the accent. I could try, but I'm very good. So let's not do that. Let's not walk into accent territory. It just offends people. This is a pale honey ale with a powerful hop character and is balanced with a sweet honey finish. Comes in at 4.1%. Nothing too crazy on the artwork, you know. They've done something a bit more than your standard, rubbish kind of brewery. We've had beers from these guys before, and they've been decent.
Yeah.
We stumbled on this in a place called Home Bargains, which isn't the kind of place that you expect to find good beer. But the other place that I found Sadlers beer is in the top of the range beer shop. So yeah, maybe it's a lucky discovery.
Yeah, I think to come across something like that, especially with the beers we have to review from Sadlers, it's a bit of a good find by Chris. And Chris always seems to come up with these. He comes around probably once a month, and he always comes around with something a little bit special. So there we go, Mellow Yellow, 4.1%.
Yeah, they call it Mellow Yellow, which I believe was an advertising campaign for a drink called Mellow Yellow, which is a fizzy drink in the USA. Something along the lines of Sprite, but maybe slightly more yellow. That's yours?
Yeah. Okay, so beer in the glass then. It's fizzing away quite nicely to itself. The head's dissipated quite quickly. It's a golden coloured ale that's not bottle conditioned.
It's yellow. It's this. I think we just did the Worcester Sorcerer.
Yeah.
Which didn't taste the Worcester sauce in any way, shape or form.
No.
Just to be clear, that's not going to be a pleasant beer character
at all.
This is not as amber, it's not as orange as that one. It is much more actually. I mean, the last one was billed as golden. This is actually probably closer to golden than that last one.
Yeah, absolutely. Mellow Yellow, they've really gone light with this one, with the colour. It's a nice light, refreshing looking beer.
It does look good, and this is the kind of thing it looks like you would enjoy in the summer very easily.
Sunny Island job when we come back.
Yeah.
And I remember that day well. Well, it was the last day of summer for us, really. But anyway, aroma.
In the nose.
Ooh. I'm going to be perfectly honest and say, for me, it smells a little bit farty. A little bit kind of CO2-y. What do you pick up, Chris?
It's almost like like you're in a field and you're directly grabbing a hold of some barley or something and just sniffing it out and sticking it up your nose.
Yeah.
It's a little bit unrefined, I suppose, is the I'm thinking. It almost feels like that vegetation smell isn't quite gone.
Yeah, that's it. Vegetable. It's like a vegetable.
And what is it? It's got English First Gold and New Zealand Green Bullet hops. So whether that's maybe that's interfering with it. Vegetable is maybe not the best word for me. It's more vegetation rather than vegetable. Yeah. So you're not talking off carrots, leeks, or whatever. You're talking about raw product, and that's what I get from this.
For me, it smells. It still smells just a little bit fatty, but everybody's got different tastes and aroma, and
his fats are very different to mine.
Yeah, exactly. My fats are very different. Okay, let's dive in. Cheers. In a taste, completely different drink.
Yeah, and wow. And actually, it's a nice kind of there's a slightly viscous kind of coating around your mouth. This one gives, and it's very, very light, and that's a word that doesn't necessarily mean very much. But what I mean by that is, it flows easily, and those flavours flow easily around your mouth, and you get a lovely kind of capture of that kind of slightly grassy, lemongrass kind of little kick on there from there. That's probably the New Zealand hop kicking in, but the hops haven't been used to distraction. They've been used just to kind of give you that taste. And this again, I think, is a great example of a good session beer. Right, never mind the farty smell. But this is a good beer that you can kind of tuck away 3 or 4 of in a beer garden and be quite happy about it.
I'm going to go ahead and say that I'm finding this beer I'm still shining in the light. I'm gonna come in a little bit. I find this beer really balanced. There's a nice balance here between the malts and the hops. It's, as Chris just mentioned, the hops are not meant to kind of completely overpower the malts. In the beer, it's meant to be harmony in a glass, and that's what it is. It's a nice balance between the two main flavours in the beer.
And the other thing they've said there is natural pure honeys infused through the brewing process. What do you pick up? I know you're picking that. I think for me that's that smoothness, and that's the thing that's hanging this together, is that the fact that there's this honey character in there that's kind of allowing it to be slightly more viscous and just drawing all those flavours over all parts of your palate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you've got it stuck at the front, you've got it stuck in the middle, you've got it stuck at the back, and each bit is giving you slightly something different. So you're catching that bitterness at the back of the palate, and it's only ever so slightly tickling those bits there.
Yeah.
But here you've got right at the front, you've got the sweetness.
Sweet and dry as well.
Yeah,
I find a dryness to this beer.
I think
nice.
Yeah, this is lovely, and because it's dry like that, it means you can have more, and that's what makes this a great session ale in my eyes. 4.1% is bang on the nose for that. Alright, ding. I know it should be below 4 in your mind, but you know, if you're watching, I don't care.
Rating. Give me a rating, Chris.
First session now. This is a bloody good example, and because it's a bloody good example of the class, I'm going to go as high as an 8.
Right.
It's not an 8 in terms of maybe the world's best beers, but for what it is, what it says it does, and what it actually does, bang on, it's an 8.
I like it. As we go all the way back to the start of the review, I picked up a slightly more kind of off nose than Chris did. Again, everyone's different with their palates. So I'm going to give this a 7. I'm going to go a 7 with this. Still a very good beer. Really enjoy it. Enjoy the honey, enjoy the malt, enjoy the hops. Nice carbonation. It's very drinkable. 4.1%. Yeah, we've touched everything. 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10. Check out Sadlers Mellow Yellow.
Do it. I won 30 odd a bottle.
You can't go wrong.
Yeah, it's a great beer.
You can't go wrong. Yeah, and well, reflecting on the price, perhaps I should go 7.5. Yeah, £1.30 a bottle. It's not a bad beer at all. Yeah, forgot about that. You've got to put everything in the basket, haven't you, when you do a beer review? Everything in the basket. Okay, thanks for watching. Check out Real Ale 140. Subscribe to our daily beer reviews, and cheers.
Excuse me.